Jason Newsted's role in Metallica has always been remembered as both turbulent and essential. Despite the tension, history proves he managed to carve out a space for himself. His contributions went beyond the bass lines that were controversially low in the mix on And Justice for All, 1988. On stage, his energy, fierce backing vocals, and relentless loyalty turned him into a defining force of the band's post-Cliff Burton era. Still, the shadow of being the fan who replaced Cliff lingered, shaping a legacy that was both celebrated and conflicted. This constant battle for acceptance reflected more than ordinary band rivalry. It was deeply tied to trauma. Cliff Burton could never be replaced, yet Jason was unconsciously expected to live up to that unreachable standard. At the same time, the band rejected the idea of him staying an admirer in their ranks. They needed him to be a peer, strong enough to withstand Metallica's harsh, high-pressure environment. The problem was that Jason's biggest strength, his devotion, was also his weakness. As a lifelong Metallica fan, he brought unrestrained enthusiasm into the group. He admired his bandmates openly, mirrored Hetfield's rhythm lines, and even watched him carefully on stage to nail his parts. Far from embracing this passion, the others saw it as a flaw. James Hetfield later admitted they disliked how much Jason idolized them, saying they tried to beat the fan out of him to toughen him up. Behind that hostility lay unresolved grief. Burton's death in 1986 left the band fractured, and instead of dealing with their pain directly, they redirected much of it onto Jason. Hetfield confessed years later, "All our grief and sadness got directed at him. He was an easy target." What looked like hazing was actually the band's coping mechanism for a loss they couldn't process. When Jason joined Metallica just weeks after Burton's tragic death in Sweden, it seemed like the ultimate dream come true. Yet, as Hetfield described, it was bittersweet. Jason was stepping into shoes that could never be filled, inheriting not only the role of bassist, but also the emotional weight of a band still broken by loss.